Welcome my friends. In today's video we are going to talk about how to separate a mixture. So let us start. So first of all, what do you mean by mixture? Mixtures contain more than two substances. So it contain more than two or more than two substances. Right, so there is a need to separate these mixtures. So how to separate it? So let us discuss in this video. So topic is separating mixtures which contain more than two substances. There are so many examples of mixtures like water, salt, water plus sand, and water plus alcohol. So these are the different examples of mixtures. So how to separate it? So first, if it is a solid in liquid or solid liquid type of mixture, liquid mixture. So how to separate solid liquid mixture? You can separate it using a filtration, decantation, centrifugation, evaporation, crystallization, and simple distillation. So these are the various techniques which are involved to separate solid liquid mixtures. So suppose if you in your mixture, if solute, we say that if it is insoluble, which is not dissolved in that liquid, right? So you can use this technique, filtration. So what will happen? You filter it, then on the filter paper you will get your insoluble solid, and that liquid, we call it as a filtrate, that will be in your, I think it will pass through the filter paper. So that is the one. Decantation means that we based on gravity, basically it is like, for example, if it is a if your solid is very high, we can say that it is of higher mass, so it will come to the bottom, right? So in this way you can separate it out. Centrifugation is like it is very important technique where your solid is, it disperse in your liquid. So in that case you just use centrifugate machine is there. So based on that, it will again, that solid will come to the bottom of that device or centrifugate machine. And then evaporation and crystallization, here again, for example, evaporation technique we use to make salt, right, where a large amount of water gets evaporated and then you are getting a saturated brine, that is NaCl. So crystallization is again similar to that, but here we are heating it, and then water gets evaporated, or whatever its liquid is there, it gets evaporated, and then again after that we filter it out to get the pure material or pure substance. Simple distillation technique is like, it is, suppose there are NaCl and water. So NaCl is dissolved in water, so you can use simple distillation. We call it as Liebig condenser for simple distillation, and then you heat it, salt and water. So water have a less boiling point as compared to salt, so water will it will evaporate, and then you can condense it, and that water can be take it out. So in this way, these all the techniques are there for solid liquid mixture. Now let us talk about another one, that is called as liquid and liquid mixtures. Yeah, so in that case there are two, for example, if that liquids are, if it is immiscible, and another case if it is a miscible liquid, right, then what you have to do? So if it is a immiscible, then you can use separating funnel. separating funnel. Yeah, so with the help of separating funnel, the one which is immiscible, so you will get two layer in that case. If the two liquids are not mixed together, then you will get two layer. So with the help of funnel, you can separating funnel, you can simply take one layer or bottom layer from that separating funnel, and the above layer will be remain there. And another case is if it is a miscible liquid, then in that case you can use fractional distillation technique you can use. So basically crude oil extraction is it done with the help of fractional distillation. It is very similar to simple distillation, but in that case there are we say that columns are there in distillation, in fractional distillation. So based on different boiling point, your liquid get evaporated and then separate, right? And then now third, we can talk about if it is a solid and solid mixture. Okay, so in that case, solid mixture, so based on the property of that material, you can use different techniques. For example, if it is iron present in mixture, so you can use magnetic separator, or you can use big magnet to separate out that iron. So I will just write down here magnetic separation. Yeah, so different techniques are there as per the property of that metal or non-metal. So you can use those techniques. And so these are the different separating techniques, separating mixtures. One more I would like to talk about. If you have there is very important one that is called as chromatography, right? So if I will talk about chromatography, okay, so for example, in case of ink and dye, yeah, so if there is two solid or more than two solids, they are mixed together, so how to separate or identify that solid? So what you have to do in that case, okay, so you can use a suitable solvent. That solvent should dissolve that solute, or should dissolve that solid. The solid will dissolve into that solvent, and then you can use paper chromatography. Different types of chromatographies are there. So with the help of that, you can identify that unknown solid or unknown compound, and then you can basically identify plus separate it out. That's another thing. Yeah, so these are the different separating techniques for separation of mixtures. So thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.